Good morning, students. Today we'll start with the first chapter in accountancy. Introduction to accounting. First, we'll see the definition of accounting. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants had defined accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. So here it is given accounting is the art of recording. What is recorded here? The transactions that take place in the business organization is recorded in the books of accounts. Next, it is given that classifying. The transactions are classified according to the nature like purchases, sales, cash, etc. Next one, summarizing. The transactions after being classified is summarized in the form of accounts, which we will be learning. And it is given that in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions and events which are in part at least of financial character. So if you want to enter anything in the books of accounts, it should be measurable in terms of money. Only those transactions or events can be entered in the books of accounts. For example, you are purchasing a furniture worth rupees 10,000. You can enter it in the books furniture 10,000. But if you want to enter the efficiency of a manager or skill of a worker, it cannot be entered in the books. So only those transactions which have financial character alone can be entered in the books of accounts. Next, it is characteristics of accounting information. First one, it is reliability. Reliability means the users must be able to depend on the information. The reliability of accounting information is determined by the degree of correspondence between what the information conveys about the transaction or events that have occurred, measured, and displayed. A reliable information should be free from error and faithfully represent what is meant to represent. Next one, it is relevance. To be relevant, information must be available in time, must help in the prediction and feedback, and must influence the decision of users by helping them form prediction about the outcomes of past, present, or future and confirming or correcting their past evaluation. Next one, understandability. Understandability means decision makers must interpret accounting information in the same sense as it is prepared and conveyed to them. Next, comparability. Accounting reports must belong to a common period and use common unit of measurement and format of reporting. Only then the accounts can be compared. Next one, objectives of accounting. First one, it is maintenance of records of business transaction. Accounting is used for the maintenance of a systematic record of all financial transactions in the books of accounts. Even the most brilliant executive or manager cannot accurately remember the numerous amount of varied transactions such as purchases, sales, etc. that takes place in the business every day. Hence, Proper and complete record of all business transactions are kept regularly. Moreover, the recorded information enables verifiability and acts as an evidence. Next it is calculation of profit and loss. The owners of the business are keen to have an idea about the net results of their business operations periodically, that is, whether the business is earning profit or incurred loss. Thus, another objective of accounting is to ascertain the profit earned or loss sustained by a business during an accounting period, which can be easily worked out with the help of record of incomes and expenses relating to the business by preparing a profit and loss account for the period. Next, it is depiction of financial position. Accounting also aims at ascertaining the financial position of the business concerned in the form of its assets and liabilities at the end of every accounting period. A proper record of resources owned by business organizations and claims against such resources facilitates the preparation of statement known as balance sheet or position statement. We will be doing it later. Next one, providing accounting information to its users. The accounting information generated by the accounting process is communicated in the form of report, statement, graph, chart, etc. to the users who need it in different decision situations. Next it is basic terms in accounting. This is very important. You should learn all these terms used in accounting. Only then we can prepare the accounts. So first one, it is entity. Entity means a reality that has a definite individual existence. Business entity means specifically identifiable business enterprise. An accounting system is always devised for a specific business entity, also called accounting entity. We'll be learning the concept later. Next one, it is transaction. An event involving some value between two or more entities. It can be purchase of goods, receipt of money, etc. It can be cash transactions or a credit transaction. Next one, it is asset. Assets are economic resources of an enterprise that can be usefully expressed in monetary terms. Assets are items of value used by the business in its operation. Assets can be classified into two, that is, fixed assets and current asset. Fixed assets are held on a long-term basis, such as land and building, machinery, plant, furniture, etc. These are assets used for normal operation of the business. Next, it is current assets. Current assets are assets held on a short-term basis, such as debtors, stock, etc. Next, it is liabilities. Liabilities are obligations or debts that an enterprise has to pay at some time in the future. Liabilities are also of two types, that is, long-term liabilities and short-term liabilities, also called current liabilities. Long-term liabilities are those that are usually payable after a period of 1 year. For example, a term loan from a financial institution or debentures issued by a company. Short-term liabilities are obligations that are payable within a period of 1 year. Next, it is capital. Capital is the amount invested by the owner in the firm. It may be brought into the firm in the form of cash or assets by the owner of the business entity. Capital is an obligation and a claim on the assets of business. It is therefore shown as capital on the liability side of the balance sheet. Next it is sales. Sales are total revenue from goods or services sold or provided to customers. Sales may be cash sales or credit sales. Next one, revenue. These are the amount of business earned by selling its products or providing service to customers. It is called sales revenue. Other revenues are also there like interest, dividend, rent received, etc. Revenue is also called income.